In the muscle car heyday, Detroit rolled out some truly rare machines, models so exclusive that fewer than 800 were ever built. These weren't just street legends, they were instant collector's items, destined to become unicorns in the muscle car world. If you're curious about which classics made the cut, here's the answer. Let's dive in. 1969 Ford Torino Tallaladega, 754 produced. In 1969, Ford had one thing on its mind: winning in NASCAR. The solution? Build a streetcar slick enough to slice through the air at 200 mph, just long enough to meet the rules. Enter the Torino Tallaladega. Produced for just a few weeks, this wasn't your average Torino. It wore a special extended nose, flush-mounted bumpers, and subtle aerodynamic tweaks that screamed speed. The reason for its brief existence was simple: homologation. Ford needed to build at least 500 to qualify for racing, but they went a little further, rolling out 754 examples before pulling the plug. Under the hood, the Talladega carried Ford's big 428 Cobra Jet V8, capable of eating up the competition on the street or the track. Most were sold straight to race teams or hardcore enthusiasts, meaning street sightings were rare even when new. Today, the Talladega stands as a fascinating footnote in Ford's racing history. A car built for glory, forgotten by many, but worshipped by those who know what it represents. Its rarity, purpose, and performance make it a muscle car unicorn. 1970 Buick GSX 678 produced. By 1970, Buick was determined to break out of its image as a brand for comfort seekers and step boldly into the muscle car wars. The result was the GSX, a brash, unapologetic machine that turned heads everywhere it went. With only 678 ever built, the GSX is instantly recognizable, thanks to its dazzling Saturn yellow or Apollo white paint jobs, dramatic striping, and bold spoilers. Under its flashy exterior beat the heart of a beast, the Stage 1 455 V8, officially rated at 360 horsepower, but rumored to produce far more. The GSX was built for speed and showmanship, not just comfortable cruising. It wasn't heavily marketed, and most buyers stuck with more traditional Buicks, making the GSX a true rarity from the start. Those who took the plunge got a car that could hold its own against anything on Woodward Avenue, all while offering a surprising amount of luxury. Today, the 1970 Buick GSX stands as a prized collector's item, one of the boldest and most desirable muscle cars to ever wear the Buick badge, valued for its power, wild looks, and unmistakable attitude. 1969 to 70 Mercury Cougar Eliminator Boss 302 638 produced. While the Mustang often stole the spotlight, the Mercury Cougar was quietly carving out its own identity in the muscle car world. The rarest and most coveted of them all, the Cougar Eliminator Boss 302, produced in just 638 units over 2 model years. This car wasn't just about show. It was a true performer, featuring Ford's high-revving Boss 302 V8, an engine best known for its prowess in Mustang Trans Am racing specials. The Eliminator package added bold stripes, spoilers, and a host of performance upgrades, giving the Cougar a look and attitude all its own, more sophisticated than the Mustang, but just as fierce. Interestingly, while many Eliminator buyers chose bigger engines like the 351 or 428 Cobra Jet, only a select few went for the Boss 302, making it an exceptional rarity. The combination of sharp handling, real muscle, and ultra-low production numbers has given the Boss 302 Eliminator a devoted following among Ford and Mercury enthusiasts. Today, original examples, especially those retaining their factory powertrains and Eliminator trim, are prized collector's items. Spotting one on the road is like seeing a unicorn. It's a moment to savor, knowing you're in the presence of Mercury's high-performance elite. 1969 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am 634 produced. Before the Firebird Trans Am became a household name and a movie star, it started as a secret weapon hidden within Pontiac's lineup. In 1969, only 634 Trans Ams were produced, each finished in iconic cameo white with blue racing stripes, a look instantly tied to SCCA Trans Am racing, even as GM's official racing ban kept the project under wraps. Beneath the hood lurked a Ram Air 3, or, for the select few, an ultra-rare Ram Air 400 cubic inch V8, both engines notorious for outperforming their conservative factory ratings. Almost all of these cars were coupes, just 8 were convertibles, making them nearly mythical in collector circles. The first-year Trans Am didn't just launch a legendary nameplate, it signaled Pontiac's ambition to dominate both the street and the track, laying the groundwork for future icons. Today, the original '69 Trans Am is a true holy grail for Pontiac fans, revered for its rarity, distinctive style, and racing pedigree. As time passes, surviving examples have only become more valuable and desirable, solidifying their status as one of the most coveted muscle cars of all time. 1970 to 71, Plymouth Hemi Cuda, 617 produced. 1970-71, Plymouth Hemi Cuda, 607 produced. Plymouth's Barracuda was always quick, but when the legendary 426 Hemi V8 entered the scene in 1970, the Cuda became an instant icon. Only 617 Hemi Cuda hardtops were built over 2 model years, making them exceptionally scarce and highly sought after today. The Hemi engine, designed for the racetrack but shoehorned into a street-legal body, delivered explosive acceleration and a menacing presence, both visually and audibly. Its aggressive hood scoops, shaker intake, and unmistakable rumble left no doubt about its intentions. Yet, this level of performance came at a steep price, and only the most hardcore enthusiasts took the plunge. Many Hemi Cudas lived hard lives at the drag strip, which means original, matching number survivors are even rarer now. For Mopar fans and collectors, the Hemi Cuda represents the pinnacle of Detroit muscle, a symbol of unfiltered power, brash style, and no-compromise engineering. With auction prices soaring into 7 figures, the Hemi Cuda stands as more than just a car. It's an aspirational legend, the Mount Everest of muscle cars, and a lasting testament to an era when anything seemed possible on American roads. 1969 Dodge Charger Daytona 504 produced. Built with a singular purpose, to crush the competition in NASCAR, the 1969 Dodge Charger Daytona was a revolution in muscle car engineering. Dodge went to extremes, designing a wind tunnel-tested nose cone, flush-mounted rear glass, and an enormous rear wing that soared above everything else on the highway. Only 504 were produced, just enough to satisfy NASCAR's strict homologation rules, but not nearly enough for the muscle car faithful clamoring for a piece of this radical machine. Under the hood, buyers got their pick of the brutish 440 Magnum or the legendary 426 Hemi, ensuring the Daytona wasn't just aerodynamic, but devastatingly fast as well. The Daytona didn't just collect trophies, it forced NASCAR to rethink its rulebook entirely, putting a quick end to the era of aero warriors. At the time, its outlandish appearance sparked controversy, but today, those same features are celebrated as iconic. The Charger Daytona stands as one of the most daring and forward-thinking muscle cars ever built. Spotting one in the wild is a rare treat, and for collectors, it's a prized jewel, an enduring symbol of innovation, performance, and muscle car bravado. 1969 Dodge Charger 500 produced. Before the wild-winged Daytona captured the spotlight, the Dodge Charger 500 was already pushing boundaries as a critical chapter in Mopar's NASCAR ambitions. Only 500 were produced, each designed with a single goal in mind: to reduce drag and conquer the superspeedways. Dodge engineers replaced the original's recessed grille and sloped rear glass with flush, more aerodynamic designs, giving the Charger 500 a subtle but purposeful appearance. Beneath the skin, buyers could opt for the powerful 440 Magnum or the legendary 426 Hemi, both delivering serious muscle for the street or the track. Despite its impressive engineering, the Charger 500 was soon eclipsed by the even more radical Daytona, causing it to slip into relative obscurity for many enthusiasts. Yet, among collectors and Mopar devotees, its scarcity and historical importance haven't gone unnoticed. The Charger 500 remains a hidden gem, a trailblazer that quietly set the stage for one of the most memorable eras in racing and muscle car history. Its understated looks, combined with pure performance pedigree, make spotting a genuine Charger 500 an experience any car lover won't soon forget. 1970 Chrysler 300 Hurst 485 500 produced. Luxury met muscle in 1970 when Chrysler joined forces with Hurst Performance to create the 300 Hurst. With production capped at around 485 units, this model ranks among the rarest of the era's big-body powerhouses. It stood out immediately thanks to its distinctive white and gold paint, special spoilers, and signature Hurst emblems, giving it a presence unlike anything else on the street. Powering this heavyweight was Chrysler's formidable 440 cubic inch V8, delivering 375 horsepower and surprisingly brisk acceleration for such a large car. Inside, comfort reigned supreme with plush high-back bucket seats and luxurious details that set it apart from the typical muscle car crowd. The 300 Hurst blurred boundaries, fusing luxury and raw performance into one striking package. Built in such tiny numbers, it's a rare sight even at high-end car shows. Today, the Chrysler 300 Hurst remains a unique chapter in muscle car history, a grand tourer with the attitude and heart of a street brawler, forever standing out for its exclusivity and style. 1970 Oldsmobile 442 W30 Convertible, 264 produced. The Oldsmobile 442 had always commanded respect in the muscle car world, but the 1970 W30 Convertible raised the bar in every way and made ownership a true privilege. With only 264 ever built, this model is an ultra-rare sight, instantly grabbing attention at any car event. What set it apart was the potent W30 package, equipping each convertible with the formidable 455 cubic inch V8 engine, force air induction, upgraded camshafts, and lightweight aluminum components. Most buyers chose the 4-speed manual, creating a blend of brute force and total driver control. But it wasn't all about sheer power. The convertible option brought an element of luxury, offering open-air cruising with all the attitude of a drag strip monster. This combination made the W30 convertible a street sleeper, able to surprise almost anything from a stoplight while coddling its passengers in classic Olds comfort. For collectors and enthusiasts, the 1970 W30 convertible represents one of the ultimate treasures of the muscle car era, an unrivaled mix of rarity, style, and unrestrained performance that few other cars, then or now, can hope to match. 1969 Pontiac GTO Judge Convertible, 108 produced. If there's a holy grail among classic muscle cars, the 1969 GTO Judge Convertible is it. Only 108 ever left Pontiac's factories, each one an explosion of color, swagger, and pure muscle attitude. The Judge package meant wild graphics, a functional Ram air hood, and a choice of the legendary Ram Air 3 or IV 400 cubic inch engines, serious equipment for a car already known for dominating the streets. Convertibles were almost never ordered, making those that survive today exceptionally valuable and sought after. But the Judge wasn't just about power. It was a pop culture phenomenon, forever immortalized in music, movies, and the fantasies of muscle car enthusiasts everywhere. Any original GTO Judge Convertible is now worth a small fortune, embodying the very peak of Pontiac's audacity during the muscle car era. If you're ever lucky enough to see one in person, you're witnessing a true American icon, an irreplaceable artifact from the wildest days of Detroit. There you have it. 10 of the rarest muscle cars ever unleashed on the American streets. Each one is a symbol of an era when automakers built dreams in steel, rubber, and pure horsepower. Which one would you pick if you had a golden ticket to the past? Drop your answer in the comments, and if you enjoyed this ride through muscle car history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more rare legends and horsepower heroes.